Chad in Cincinnati, you're on the Glenn Beck program.
Hey, my name is Chad Hovind. I was inspired by the 912 Project, I guess it was a year and a half ago, to do a series, I think for churches, because I'm a pastor. We hear so much socialism from Jim Wallace and others that I don't think a lot of pastors get to know what the biblical basis is for capitalism. So we did a series called What Would God Say to Adam Smith, What Would God Say to John Keynes, Alan Greenspan, FDR, and the IRS, to really show the biblical roots and historic basis for the free market capitalism system.
You got to be kidding me.
Yeah, and in fact, it was so popular. It turns out when you invent a word, Godonomics, you can actually get the domain name. So we bought the domain name because we had folks said, like, I'm a pastor, I don't get into politics. I think politics, it's poly, one word is many, ticks, blood-sucking. As a pastor, I don't want to get into politics but there are principles that whether you're a libertarian or Democrat or Republican, do not steal, do not lie, property rights. When God brought people out of, the Israelites out of Israel for the Passover, he said, here's how you be a free people. You learn you don't steal somebody else's stuff. It belongs to them. They have rights to it. Paul shows up in 2 Thessalonians and says, I didn't come to eat your bread. I came to eat my own bread. I didn't want to be a burden to somebody else. And he took incentive. He said, if you don't work, you don't eat. And I find that if you define capitalism properly, which is built on incentive, it's built on freedom, and it's built on property rights, almost everybody goes, well, I agree with that. It's just when you get the definition we grew up with, capitalism equals greed, socialism equals helping people. That's where the confusion comes.
So what is your website?
www.godonomics.com.
Spell it.
G-O-D, God, O-N-O-M-I-C-S.
Godonomics. Okay.
Godonomics.
Godonomics. I'm trying to find it. Do you have it?
Yeah, I have it.
Okay, why can't I?
You have to type in that little white strip at the top.
Don't even.
.com.
It's really hard.
A dot is a period, actually. It's a period.
Yeah, you don't actually type out dot.
Oh,
right, that's probably
that's what I did.
Yeah.
Is that you sitting in the money?
That's me sitting in the money. Yes, that's me.
All right. Well, I'll have to look this up.
Well, for me, when like incentive is so important. You guys have been talking about incentive the last hour, and like with my kids, I've been teaching them you don't pay people equally; you pay them fairly. And so I'm a balloonist and a juggler. We go down to Newport and the Levee and we perform together.
Wait. You're a balloonist, a juggler, a pastor.
Well, too many people were bored growing up in church. I said, why is it the most important message in the world is presented in such a poor, boring, irrelevant way? So, we sort of spice it up a bit.
Too much information.
I have to tell you, I'm very intrigued. I can't wait to. I'm going to put you on hold. Send me your stuff, will you?
I'll do that.
All right, good. Hang on just a second. Chad in Cincinnati. All right, get his information.
It looks like a good website. He's got a bunch of segments. It looks like little videos, maybe. What would God say to Adam Smith, John Keynes?
What would the Almighty
FDR
say about the almighty dollar?
Yeah, it's good stuff. Looks like.
Yeah.
It looks